$70 per Bitcoin. There's a little bit of resistance that we're facing, but the moment we break that, we can go all the way up to that 40K, guys. But that is at the moment resistance, and of course that resistance is coming from the left on the chart. As you can see, there were a lot of candles hitting that dotted orange line, guys. Now that's how you look at the zoomed out versions, like for example the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, you can also see here on the bottom the MACD is very beautiful. The blue line crossed that red line, so yes, that means we are bullish at the moment. There will be a moment that we could go a little bit bearish again and we pull back in the price, but that is not yet happening on the MACD. But if we look to the RSI, for example, then we can see that we are topping out a little bit above that dotted 70 line, a very important line. Look, if we zoom out, we can see how important that RSI line is, because every time we come above that line, then we will correct. But you can also see on this chart that there is a lot of possibility to move a little bit higher to the 80 level as well, guys, and then correct. And that would be a little bit more in line with that MACD part of the chart, guys. So that was the weekly chart for today. Let's jump into another amazing chart, guys. This chart is a very beautiful chart, guys. This chart I found on, I think, Crypto Crew University's his Twitter. Beautiful chart. Is a 10-year trend line, as you can see, that yellow line. So that is all the way from 2013 to now 2023, and you can see that 10-year trend line has been resistance or support. Now, the thing that the chart shows me is that indeed this 2023 play is mimicking a little bit the 2016 play. That was like 196 days in that sideways movement. That's exactly what we had now again, the 196 days in the sideways movement, and we are breaking out of that sideways movement just like we did back then. So there will be a moment we will go above that yellow trend line again, and from that moment we will be in that huge bull run, and probably after that again come back to retest that line. So beautiful chart. Now then we have this chart. I found it on Twitter as well. SetFin, a 3-month chart. So every candle is 3 months. Beautiful chart where you can see in the bottom as well that the RSI is bottomed out and getting bullish on that 3-month chart, which means the next coming couple of 3-month candles, which could be like, if it is like 1.5 years or 2 years, then that would mean there's only like 7 candles or something like that, and those 7 candles could lead all the way up to that beautiful bull market top again. Beautiful, very simplified chart, the 3-month chart. You can check it, of course, for yourself. If you open TradingView, a Bitcoin chart, set it to 3 months, and you can see it for yourself, how beautiful the RSI is moving with this 3-month chart. Then we have this one, a very important chart, because, for example, on the 4th of November, there were 705,000 new Bitcoin addresses created on the blockchain. 700,000 new addresses. That is what we call adoption. That's 700,000 new addresses in one day. And the Bitcoin price is only at 35K. This is now how you see that the adoption is growing tremendously. If we are creating 700,000 new addresses per day, then believe me, people are starting to believe in Bitcoin, and they are starting to accumulate Bitcoin because they understand that we are now in that part of the cycle that they should be accumulating Bitcoin. People are not creating these addresses for fun or to just try to create an address. They are creating these addresses to top them up with Bitcoins. And they need to buy these Bitcoins in a market where nobody wants to sell the Bitcoins and nobody is putting new Bitcoins on the market, as we will see a halving, and then even less Bitcoins will come to the market daily. Very interesting chart. Then we have the MVRV per epoch chart. Yes, we can see that we are nearing the halving at block 210,000. We are very bullish with the MVRV score. If we compare this one to the previous cycles, we are a little bit more bullish than epoch 2 and 3, because look, that white line is even popping above those two lines, the blue and the red line. And if we continue that, we could even end above that blue line around the halving. And that would be very bullish. That would also mean that the Bitcoin price would be a little bit higher than we are at the moment, guys. Very interesting chart. Pause the video if you want to analyze it a little bit more. But the MVRV score is a very cool indicator to show us where we are at the moment in the Bitcoin price cycle, guys. Then we have the last chart. This chart is also showing you again that yes, we are kind of copying the 2016 part of that cycle. On the left side, you can see 2016, where we were at that moment, and on the right side now, you can see where we are at this moment. And if we look at how the cycle is being built, the bottom, double bottom, and now then the upward movement that we are breaking out a little bit, this is really looking like this 2016 move. And that means, yes, we could take it all the way up to 40K and also crash down again with 30% from that moment back to around 30K. So let's say if we go up to 40,000 US dollar per Bitcoin now and we crash 30%, just like we did in 2016, we went up massively and then we crashed with 30%. If we go to 40K, 30% of 40K is 12K. So then we would crash back to 28K. So that could happen. That's why I've been saying every time again and again and again. Yes, I believe that we don't go below 30K anymore with a full candle, but it could be a wick in the future. And that would be a beautiful buying opportunity. So always have your buy orders around 28K, 29K, 30K, 31K, because there could be a flash crash to those levels. Very beautiful chart. Pause the video if you want to analyze it a little bit more, because on the bottom you can see the halving here, the block height, the block reward, and you can see updates and everything. It's cool just to analyze it a little bit more. I hope you really enjoy the charts, guys. Yes, I try to pop up every time these new charts so that you are educated to understand Bitcoin really to the core. You need to start to understand that 4-year halving. It's not like that short-term volatility that you should be worrying about. You need to zoom out in Bitcoin, look at that bigger picture. We are going to go into a massive bull run all the way up in 2025. In my honest opinion, it will be a bull run that looks like the bull run 2015, 16, 17. So that will not be a distribution top, like double top, like we last time saw, but it will be a huge blow off top. I think we are going to see that move that we saw in 2015, 16, 17 again. Because if you look at the charts that I just shared with you guys, you can clearly see that this part of the bull cycle is like copying almost the part of the bull cycle in 2015, 16 back then, guys. Now, I hope you enjoy the charts. Let's quickly jump into the trading tip. Trading tip for today, guys, is a very important one. You need to always consider all possible scenarios. So don't only think of that one scenario that you hope that the market will show you. There is multiple scenarios possible and you need to consider all of them. So yes, what is your take profit level? What is your stop loss level? If the Bitcoin price is moving towards your targets, what are you going to do? Are you going to increase your stop loss, or are you going to increase your take profit levels? If the Bitcoin price reverses really quickly, where is the limit that you let it reverse? Where is the limit that you cut your losses? Always be prepared to understand all possible scenarios when it comes to trading. Don't only focus on one scenario. Focus on all of them. That will make you a better trader, because in the end, if you consider all scenarios, you're playing a way safer game than just focusing on one scenario. That was a trading tip for today. The travel tip for today, guys, a very simple one, and probably all of you know it, but I'm just gonna share it because I think it's very important. Always carry a rechargeable power bank, guys. It's very simple. A power bank can save you in those situations that you don't have any electricity, that you don't have any plug that fits the outlet. You know, these situations do happen when you travel. So always carry a rechargeable power bank. Most of those power banks can upload your iPhone like 3 times. There's even power banks that can upload your MacBook Pro. I think it's a very handy tool that everyone can use wherever you travel in the world. And it's of course very important that you have that power bank with you, because you can charge your iPhone to be able to watch our beautiful YouTube videos. That was a travel tip for today. The news for today, guys, is not that good news, because there was a fake ledger